If you go out and actually apply this information I'm about to give you, every single relationship in your life will get better. Now, I'm not going to waste your time. We're going to get right into it with step 1. And that is knowing that the first person in every single relationship is you. Everybody judges everybody, that's a fact, but the person we often judge the most is ourselves. As Napoleon Hill would say, it's a well-known fact that one finally comes to believe whatever one repeats to oneself, whether the statement is true or false. The most important relationship you can have is a friend within yourself. If you're constantly tearing yourself down, you're friends with a bully. If you want to turn your life in a new direction, you have to harness your insecurities. If you can take something that used to bog you down every single day and turn it to something that gets you up in the morning, you will be unstoppable. And that brings us on to step 2. And that is realizing just how easy it is to fall into social traps with people who don't have the same aspirations as you. And if you catch this early on, you'll save so much grief in the long run. You've gone through step 1 and you've learned how to not put yourself down. Why would you surround yourself with people who do? You need to ensure that you surround yourself with people who have bigger dreams for you than you do, which is not a lot of people. So when you find them, you need to harness them and cultivate those relationships to the nth degree. Our time is the only thing we can't make more of, so it's vital you know exactly what you're spending it on. Now you may be asking, Jackson, how do I find people like this? And it's simple. When someone asks a favor of you, you're going to go out of your way to make that the best favor that's ever been done for them. And if they reciprocate, you found your person. Before you go knocking favors out of the park, you need to consider 2 things. 1, is this favor something I can do well, and do I want to take the time to complete it? And if so, how can I make this the best favor ever done for them? Now let's break this down. If you're going to knock this favor out of the park, you need to have some experience in the realm of what you're doing. If somebody asked you to fly them across the country and you never had flown a plane before, I don't think you should take that favor. Saying no to favors does not make you a bad friend. If that person is trying to manipulate you into doing the favor when you don't want to do it or do not have the time to, you may want to reconsider if that person is actually your friend. But if you cleared all of the screening questions and have the skill set and time, take the task. Nothing is worth more than a list of grade A people who owe you something. Think about how quickly you could progress if you always had someone to do every single favor asked of you. Now, how are you going to go about motivating yourself to do this task to the best of your ability? And it's simple. Just act like you're getting paid. People will do things for money and they'll do them better. Tell yourself you're getting paid, even though you're not, and just knock out the task. And when you deliver the finished product or whatever favor you're doing, that person is going to be overjoyed with the result. And think, if you asked someone for a small favor and they came back with the best result you've ever gotten, would you not be inclined to help them? And that leads us into step 3. Now that you have secured your group, you need to learn how to love logically. If you create a tight-knit group of people and then treat them terribly, it's not going to last very long, and all the effort you put in is just going to go to waste. And it all starts with the AAA framework. Do they have an aligned mission? Do they have aligned characteristics? And do they have aligned values? Realistically, loving logically isn't hard. The reason people find it so difficult is people have a 24-to-1 emotional to rational brain thought process. Meaning if your brain is in an emotional state, it takes some time before objective rationality kicks in. To combat this, just stick to your non-negotiables. Don't compromise yourself for anyone else. And this logic can also be applied to conflict. Basically, if you don't agree with something, don't move forward. You both have your non-negotiables, and someone is working with more data that's making their argument more rational in their head. And with those 3 steps, you have all the information you need to build stronger, healthier, and longer-lasting relationships. If you want to talk more in depth, reach out on a social. I'd be happy to talk about it. And if you're a business owner looking to scale your company through digital advertising, go to my website where you can book your free consultation call. And with that, I'll see you.